Good afternoon, evening, February 27th, 2023. My name is Dan, and I'm here at Mom Dad's Old Farm. And I wanted to do a quick book review for homesteaders, my fellow Americans, and anyone worldwide or intergalactic for that point. I just reread Sinclair Lewis, It Can't Happen Here. Now it's going to look all cattywampus because, mirror effect and all that. But let's talk about the book for a moment. This was first published in copyright 1935, so it probably went out 35, 36. Sinclair Lewis had won a Nobel Peace Prize for his body of work up to just about this point. I bob it, this book, It Can't Happen Here. The book is set in America, rural and urban America, but mainly rural, a small town in Vermont, where there's great dissatisfaction. Now, this is the height of the Great Depression. Millions of Americans are unrested, they're unemployed, they're homeless, people are starving in the streets. But this is small town Vermont where everyone seems to be doing well, of course, from the point of view of probably the mid to upper classes. So It Can't Happen Here is a journey, an American journey that could happen. And everyone always says in America, it can't happen here. Revolution, terrorism, fascism, communism, Nazism, however you want to cut that up. I recommend that anyone who is dissatisfied with our nation read this book. It's set in the pre-World War II era, so we have the rise of fascism. Stalin is running Russia ruthlessly and invading. The Ukrainians are dying by the millions of starvation. It doesn't mention that in the book. It does mention a lot about communism and fascism and other forms of government upon humans. The important thing here about It Can't Happen Here is it could happen here. And the book follows the trail of a newspaper, a small town newspaper editor, newspaper in Vermont covering a little region. Wasn't overpopulated back then with the woke. It was just middle class America, or what was left of it at that time. And the story goes on from there. His family, his friends, how people in his community change. There's a presidential election. Things begin to go badly. Now, as a read, the first 13 chapters do a lot of plot building. And it's kind of slow because it is a book of its time, so it's talking about notables of the time, social people, pop stars of that time, writers, etc., etc. At the moment the story starts, FDR is in his first 4 years, and it goes from there. I don't want to ruin any plot lines. The book has nothing dirty in it. It does use the word Negro, but in the light of how it uses it, you'll understand why. America, a dystopian America, emerges. And where are we now with this in America? Being careful what you say. Police harassment. This is not an anti-government book, and this is not an anti-American book. It is a book about what can or would happen here and how a system dissolves into something much, much worse, in my opinion. And it shows many sides, and toward the end of the book, it does give things legs. And then it ends. There's not a happy ending. There's not a deadly ending. Because It Can't Happen Here did happen. So everyone, no matter your age, if you're a good reader at third grade and want to try to tackle it, go for it. If you're 95 years old and can still read it, tackle it. Go for it. This is an American classic. It's been banned in many libraries and it's banned in many countries to this day. And my theory on that, my grandmother said, well, if it's banned, it must have some legs. And, excuse me, my dog is behind me. That's Miss Ivy, our rescue from Cass County Animal Control. And she is growing quickly. Anyway, please read Sinclair Lewis, It Can't Happen Here. Published in copyright 1935, published 35, 36. God help us all. All you homesteaders out there who want revolution. We need changes. but a true American Civil War. Please read this book and ponder. Please ponder. And you have the freedom to read it. And that's the beauty about America. You have the freedom to read whatever you wish. February 27th, 2023, here at Mom and Dad's Old Farm. And you know what? It's Taco Monday. You all have a good day. Thank you.